Welcome back to the John and Linetia Show.
It's a beautiful day in Chicago. We should have skipped work today.
Yeah, heat wave, like 60 degrees. Time for shorts.
Not yet, man.
How about Speedos? It's always time for Speedos.
No. But nice try. Nice try, though. John, I'm a little upset today.
Again?
Well, usually you kind of more upset than I am, but I just read something that just completely annoyed me, and I don't let things bother me like that.
Tyler Perry's got another movie coming out.
No, that would annoy me. No, I'm really upset with Ron Paul.
All right, get in line. Go ahead.
You know, I tried really hard to like him. I really, really did. I tried. I tried to have an open mind. I tried.
Okay.
But so many terrible things have come out lately against him, you know.
Oh, what's the latest? What's got your gander up?
I'm a little bit perturbed because he said that tornado victims should not lean on the government for help.
He's just taking that extreme Republican view. I mean, that the government should be small and people should fend for themselves. I mean, it's stupid, but he's taking on that view.
I mean, it makes no sense to me. He's like, well, people should have insurance. I have insurance, so everyone else should have insurance. You know, I live in, Hurricane Valley. Okay, first thing on top of the list. If you've ever been in a disaster at all, and God forbid if we ever have to be in one, you know for a fact that your insurance doesn't cover everything. That's one.
Okay.
Second thing, everybody doesn't have insurance to cover disasters. And that's when something like a FEMA would come in and help these people. These people don't have homes, they don't have clean clothes, they don't have food, don't have anywhere to sleep. And you're telling me that they shouldn't rely on things like FEMA?
You mean to say that the Allstate people won't come out, hours after the tragedy and bring a new home and bring clothes for their people who have their policies?
I'm saying that it's not going to cover everything.
Okay.
I know just maybe a year ago, a tornado hit my area, and I had FEMA come out. And that's because my insurance company only covers certain things. But my basement was flooded. And it destroyed my carpeting. It destroyed my TV I had down there. It destroyed my clothing I had down there. And, luckily, FEMA was assigned to our area. But really, insurance does not cover everything. And what if I didn't have insurance? I would just be screwed. Do you really think that people just have all these tons of money? Just tons and tons of money to rebuild? It's crazy.
Well, Ron Paul does.
Well, yeah, if you're Ron Paul. But not if you're just a regular person, making regular money, trying to make it in this world. And all of a sudden you lose your home, you lose loved ones, you lose everything. I just find this appalling. And I just don't like him right now. And I try to like everybody. I'm done. I'm done with him.
Well, I'm glad it was that, and it wasn't all of his racism and his anti-gay stuff.
I didn't want to go there.
Finally, you found something that's objectionable about Ron Paul.
I just didn't want to go there with that.
Ron, I don't mind that you hate the gays, but this tornado thing.
No, that stuff bothered me too, but I just didn't want to say anything about it. But come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
What? He's not significant, so
I know.
Whatever.
He's not getting in the White House, and God forbid if he does.
Yeah, well, no, he's out. That's not going to happen.
Terrible.
So, anyway, so have you heard about this over the last week or so? The big sports story, at least NFL, one of the big NFL stories that's come out, has been about apparently the New Orleans Saints had what's been described as a bounty system.
Yeah, I did see that.
The thing is that's bugging me about this is that it's not being really reported correctly, and in some cases it's not even being commented on correctly. So
okay.
So here's what we've got. Okay, here's what here's what the issue is, okay, and what the issue is not, okay. I'll start with what the issue is not, okay. It is not a bunch of players who have kind of like a little reward system. You make a good tackle here, you get $100. Interception here, you get $1,000. A great sack, a crunching hit. Legal plays and things like that.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it. People are calling those bounties. Those are not bounties, okay? Those would be just some sort of it's sort of like a off-the-books incentive plan, and it's usually something on sports teams that are amongst the players, okay? That's not what this bounty thing is, okay? The whole issue really has to do with, first of all, that it's something that it was coordinated and condoned by the coaching staff.
Correct.
Now, the players themselves, they do this amongst themselves. That's one thing, and they've got their own union. And if the players want to basically say, if you hit another person in our union very well, you get $1,000 or something like that. Okay, that's fine. But when the coaches are keeping track of things, that's another thing, because the coaches are technically employed by the league itself, by the NFL, and the NFL doesn't want to condone any kind of rough play above and beyond.
Right.
The thing is, in that, you can look at that and say, well, if they're just rewarding an interception here or giving, but the problem is that in this case, part of this bounty thing that the coaching staff had set up also involved knocking players out, whether it would be knocking them out for a play, if they have to be carted off the field, if they're out for the rest of the game, and things like that.
Right.
And while there's really nothing that was in there that rewards, let's say, illegal hits, the assumption really is that if it would take a hit that's borderline illegal to knock a player out of a game, you don't want to have it that a player on the Saints gets incentivized that, if I knock this quarterback out of the game, I'm gonna get an extra $1,000. So then maybe I'll go and spear him, something like that.
Right.
So really, the issue is all about the fact that it was the coaching staff that condoned it, and it was more than just good plays that were awarded. It would be plays that knock a player out, whether it be for the game or for a play, something like that. So the thing that's kind of annoying me about this is that the media, and the sports media specifically, sports radio, I've heard this, on the blogs and Twitter feeds and stuff like that. A lot of those that are saying, it's no big deal, think that, bounty system, it's all about, it's all because of the rewarding of plays. That has nothing to do with it. I mean, that's, it's not good. It's the fact that the coaching staff knew about it and condoned it.
Right.
The other thing is people who don't know anything about football look at it and go, bounty system, you're rewarding somebody for giving a big hit. That has nothing to do. You don't know football, don't say anything about football. I mean, the thing that's just really annoying me about it is it's not being really reported on correctly. And it's interesting because other information keeps coming out. The NFL's looking into it, and they're going to discipline the coaches, maybe the owners, maybe not the owner, but the coaches and the teams. It's got nothing to do with players getting rewarded for a good hit, a crunching hit, something like that. And it has nothing to do about incentivizing players to do illegal hits, because you wouldn't get a reward if it was on an illegal hit.
Right.
But there's that gray area of, would it incentivize a player to do something that would accidentally turn into an illegal hit?
Right. Have you heard other teams having this kind of system?
It's been said, other teams, players kind of have coordinated this. But the Saints defensive coordinator at the time, Greg Williams, when he was with the Redskins, and I think even when he was with Buffalo, maybe, but at least with the Redskins, it's kind of been brought out that he had it in place and condoned it and knew it and kind of ran it too.
Okay.
It's just wrong in that respect.
Yeah.
But it's not even that. I mean, quite honestly, when it comes to athletes on the field, I kind of look at them and I just say, you are my trained animals. I don't really care if you take performance-enhancing drugs, quite honestly, and all that stuff. I just care about how you perform on the field.
Right.
So if these guys wanted to get involved in these plays that will, or these pools that might really injure somebody, hey, it's up to them. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But when the coaching staff and those in authority are condoning it, I think that's where you've got an issue.
And this could get really, really nasty. I mean, we're talking about people getting hurt, people's contracts are in jeopardy now.
Well, yeah.
And on top of that, the Saints are one of those darling teams. Everybody seems to like the Saints. And for this to come out, this makes them look really, really bad.
Yeah, it makes the Saints not look like the Saints.
No.
Okay, we'll be right back after these words from Soylent Green. Now with 12% more girls in every box.
You're listening to the John and Linetia Show.